Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. So yesterday I had actually recorded an intro to today's vlog that ended up being about 17 minutes long after editing. And upon watching it back, I realized it was just a little bit much. It was too much, okay? I was ranting about mental health stuff and some things I just need to keep to myself, I think. And I also came to the realization yesterday that I don't need to try so hard to justify my existence to the world. I just need to be. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're recording a new intro, and then I'm gonna take you back to yesterday for the rest of the vlog where I am gonna be cooking and doing a tarot reading. But today I did want to talk about something mental health related, something that I've been doing in therapy. So as you probably know, if you've been watching me for a while, I'm dealing with a lot of childhood trauma in therapy right now and trying to work through all that and move past it. So I saw this thing on Instagram, it's a poem, and it literally made me break down and cry for like 2 hours after I read it. So hopefully I can keep my shit together while I read it to you right now. But like, no promises, I might literally cry when I read this, but it's just very poignant, especially if you are someone like me who had a lot of trauma and abuse in your childhood. I think you'll relate to this. I saw her sitting there, a younger, smaller version of me, at 9 years old, sitting on my childhood bed. I slowly walked to her and knelt. I took her hands in mine. She looked up at me and with a small voice asked, "Does it get any better?" I squeezed her hands. "Not for a long time. It doesn't get better for a long time." She closed her eyes and tears streamed down her face. I let go of her hands and placed mine around her small face. "Does anyone end up saving us?" she softly asked. I smiled. "Yes," I said. She then looked up at me, hopeful. "Who saves us?" she asked. I smiled even bigger. "We do. We save ourselves." God damn it, I cannot read that without crying because one of the things that I'm doing in therapy is to try and work on healing my inner child. So my therapist gave me this like kind of exercise to do when I'm feeling lonely or I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling some kind of way, is to imagine that I am holding myself as a child. And she said it doesn't matter what age, like whatever age, if you're 8 years old, if you're 13, if you're 2, whatever comes to mind. So I imagine that I am hugging myself as a child and giving my child self all the love that I didn't get, that I needed and I didn't get. And it's actually very cathartic to do that. It's very helpful to do that, and it has helped me out a lot, just imagining that I can go back and I can go inside myself and I can give that little girl the love that she needed. So that's something that I do in times when I'm feeling really upset or things come up for me, memories from my childhood and stuff. That's something that I've been doing and I found it really helpful. And so also the last line about we save ourselves, really like hit home for me because it took me this long in my life to realize that I am the only one who can save myself. All this time I've been looking outside for other people to come and save me, hoping that somebody could fulfill me, make it better, make the pain go away, but nobody can do that but me. And I finally understood, you know, after all these years that I have to save myself, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, I didn't mean to make this all fucking sad. So now I'm gonna take you back to yesterday when we are gonna cook breakfast and do a tarot reading. But first, outfit of the day, y'all. It has been a while since I have worn this skirt. And honestly, it's a little big on me. Like, I would prefer if it were just like a little bit tighter and maybe a little bit shorter. But you know, it's still cute. And then I've just got a black t-shirt and dogs and fishnets. And you know, I really need a crop top to go with this skirt. I really feel like a crop top would be super cute with this, but I don't have one, so I had to make like a faux crop top by just like halfway tucking my black shirt in. Honestly, I've always been kind of afraid of crop tops and never thought I could actually wear them, but that is some bullshit. I can wear crop tops, especially with like a skirt like this, and I have another high-waisted skirt that I think a crop top, geez, that's hard to say, crop top would look really good with. So I think for spring and summer, I'm gonna buy myself a crop top, y'all. Confidence. And also, I'm wearing the new necklace that my subscriber sent me with the Star Tarot card. I love it so much. Thank you. All right, now let's go make some food. I'm starving. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna start by cooking some Applegate Farms no sugar uncured bacon. And again, if you're one of my newer subscribers, I eat a carnivore diet, which is only animal products because I have insulin-resistant PCOS, and this helps me to manage my symptoms. So today we are gonna have a bacon and cheese omelet. I'm gonna take 3 pieces of the bacon, cut them in half, and hopefully I can get all of this into my little skillet here. Good enough, it'll cook down. I'm gonna put the heat to medium and go wash my bacon hands. And while the bacon is cooking, I'm gonna crack my eggs here. And every time I cook bacon, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show called Strangers with Candy. It was on Comedy Central in like the early 2000s, maybe like late 90s. It was hilarious. It had Stephen Colbert and Amy Sedaris in it, and Amy played this character called Jerry, who was like an adult going back to high school. And once she got her nether regions waxed, and I'll never forget this line, she goes, "The bacon strip is sizzling." So now every time I cook bacon, I just silently say to myself, the fucking bacon strip is sizzling, y'all. I don't know why I decided to share that anecdote with you, but tell me if you've ever seen Strangers with Candy. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 eggs, and I'm just gonna scramble them up here. I'm not gonna add anything to them because I'm gonna cook them in the salty ass bacon grease. Okay, the bacon is done. Let me take off my splatter guard there. I don't like it to be too crispy. You gotta be careful because it will burn fast. So I'm just gonna take it off and drain it on a paper towel. And then I'm gonna throw my eggs into the pan. Now I do have an omelet pan that I like to use, but I don't want to dirty up 2 pans. So since I've already got this one going, I'm just gonna cook the omelet in here. And we can use all of that bacon grease. Oh yeah. So when you eat a carnivore diet, it is a very fatty diet because you don't eat any carbohydrates, so you get all of your fuel from fat. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this cook here for a minute. I've already prepared my delicious processed American cheese slices because that's what I like in my omelet. Okay, so my egg is done, and now I'm gonna add a layer of cheese on one side. Then I'm gonna add 3 pieces of the bacon. Then I'm gonna add another layer of cheese. We're doing a double-decker here. And another 3 pieces of bacon, and then I am gonna flip this over and make it into an omelette. There we go. Let it sit there for 1 second to let the cheese melt, turn the heat off. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that looks so good and I'm so hungry. And damn it if I'm not back on the Coke Zero, man. I went like a week without Coke Zero and then I broke down and bought some, so I don't know what to say about that. I got a problem. But yeah, I'm gonna try my omelet now. I mean, it's yummy. You can't go wrong with eggs, cheese, and bacon, right? So I'm gonna finish my breakfast and then I'll see you guys back here for a little magic. Now, for the magic portion of our vlog, I saved my daily tarot reading to share with you. And also, I was just walking the dogs for their midday walk and I went outside and 2 crows flew like literally directly right in front of my face. So I wanted to look up in my Animal Speak book what it means to see a crow. And this is the Animal Speak Pocket Guide by Ted Andrews, which I will link to down in the description box below. I love this. I love to look up what it means when I run into certain animals in the wilds. So I'm under birds. Sorry, my dogs are playing too. They're all hyped up right now. So crow means magical help. Unexpected help with problems and obstacles is at hand to bring relief. Your magic is calling and it will be answered. Ooh, that's good. I like that. So here's what it looks like in the book. Your magic is calling and it will be answered. My manifestations are coming home, y'all. They're coming home. Okay, and I'm gonna, as always, I'm gonna consult my magical almanac, which I will also link to in the description box, for the incense of the day, which is nutmeg. This is where I get my incense of the day, color of the day, moon phases. It has a lot of really good information in it. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you will be quite familiar with the old magical almanac. So nutmeg, I do believe I have some nutmeg incense. Let's go check the stash. Yes, I do. This nutmeg incense is by an Etsy shop. I believe it's called Alchemy Flame, I think. I will link to it down in the description box. They have a lot of like kind of the hard to find incenses, even the ones that I can't get through Gia's. So yeah, I got this lovely nutmeg. Smells so good. Let's light her up. My dogs. They have a play session in the morning after their walk. They have a play session midday after their walk, and they usually have a play session like right before dinner. You can kind of see them back there. They know I'm talking about them, so they stopped. Okay, I'm gonna put the incense in my little incense holder here, and we will get to the tarot reading. Got so much stuff on my desk today. All right, once again, I am still using my favorite tarot deck, the Charmin Castelli deck, which I will also link to if you like it. I really love the imagery on these cards. It's traditional, but also like modern. I don't know how to describe it. It's really nice. So I say, Spirit be with me, guides be with me, God and Goddess be with me. Please guide my intuition and answer my query. And then I'm going to shuffle 3 times, and while I'm shuffling, I'm going to ask my question, which is, what advice does the universe have for me today? That is what I ask every day, just a very generic question. What advice does the universe have for me? All right, the first card that popped out is the 3 of Swords reversed. That's interesting. The second card that popped out is the Queen of Cups. And the third card that just popped out is the 8 of Pentacles. Just from my intuition when looking at these cards, these are all cards that I'm pretty familiar with. The 3 of Swords is the card of heartbreak. You can see the 3 swords just being stabbed right through the heart, and that's exactly what the card means. But when it's reversed, it means that you're actually moving past heartbreak and moving past the pain and sadness. And I think that's very appropriate for me because I really am getting over those things in my past now. The Queen of Cups, of course, is a card all about intuition and emotional depth. I think this is a reminder to me to continue working on my emotional intelligence and that I am on the right track with managing my emotions. Instead of giving them meaning, I am able to process them in a healthier way. And I also think this is encouragement to trust my intuition right now. And then the 8 of Pentacles is a card about hard work. You can see the guy here, he's working on his pentacles. He's almost done with the job. He's got all these 7 here completed, and he's still working on this last one. That is very appropriate for me right now because, as I said, I've been working on this last limiting belief I have, and I think I'm really on the right track to overcoming it. He is working hard, and I am committed to the hard work of my personal development. So overall, moving past the heartbreak, I'm finally getting over it. I am increasing my emotional intelligence, trusting my intuition. I'm working hard on myself and overcoming the last limiting beliefs that are still holding me back. So awesome reading today. Now, honestly, I don't put a lot of stock in tarot as a way to like interpret the future or anything. I just find it's a helpful way to help me look at things from a different perspective or help just give me a little guidance and make me see the bigger picture in my life. But we always have the choice to choose our own future and create our own reality. So I don't take it too seriously. But now we're going to get down to the viewer question portion of the vlog. So I told you guys I was going to start answering viewer questions from the previous video in each of my vlogs, and you guys brought the freaking questions. Oh my god, I saw so many when I was looking there this morning. All right, first question I have here is, what is the one thing you wish you could go back and tell past Cindy in the past 12 months? Oh my god, I would tell her so many things. If I was going back to Cindy 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago where I would tell her to hold off on getting into any new relationships and do this work first. Because I just basically delayed all my progress by like 8 months. So yeah, I would have told myself to just stay alone and do the work, even if it's fucking hard. And I probably wouldn't have listened to myself, to be honest, because I don't think I was right in the right headspace to really do the work until I experienced another relationship. But that's what I would try to convince myself of. And I would also tell myself that things are going to get so much better. In a year, things are going to be completely different for you. I'd like to start taking myself on dates, but I'm a bit unsure where to start. What do you do when you go out? Do you ever feel awkward about it? And if so, what do you do to get over it? Well, the first thing that I did is I went out somewhere that I was already familiar with, that I had been with other people before, so I kind of knew what to expect. I didn't just throw myself out there into some completely new environment, so that made it a bit easier. And honestly, I don't really ever feel awkward. I go to places, like I'll go to Oaklawn, which is the casino and like racing place in our town, and there's like live bands there, and there's all kinds of people just walking around. I go to places that are crowded. I go to places that have live music, or I'll go to like festivals and parades and stuff in my town, and nobody cares if you're alone. Like once you understand that nobody cares that you're alone, it makes it way less awkward. So I would just find an event in your town in a place that you're familiar with, or a place that you've been to before with other people, and just go hang out by yourself. And so when I go to Oaklawn, it's like there's all kinds of people walking around, and it just feels very natural to be walking around there by yourself. When I went to, like the first time I went to Maxine's by myself, I was really nervous because I was like, I'm going into a bar by myself. Well, what am I gonna do? So I just went up to the bar, bought a drink, and sat down and just hung out. And then eventually I talked to all different kinds of people. People will come up to you and talk to you and stuff. And after you just do it a couple times, it starts to feel less uncomfortable and you start to have more confidence in yourself. But you really just have to put yourself out there and do it in order to gain that confidence. So hope that's helpful. Oh, this is not a question, but I did want to answer it. This comment says, social worker here, you can do EMDR multiple times a week for more than 1 hour per session. It may not work for you personally, but it's commonly offered more than once a week. Yeah, that is absolutely true. What I meant when I said in my previous videos, you can only do EMDR 1 hour a week, is I can only do EMDR 1 hour a week because that's all I can currently afford to do. But if you can afford to do more, yeah, hell yeah, go for it. I would do it multiple times a week if I could. But I can only do it in my current situation 1 time a week for 1 hour a week. And sometimes we do go over to 1.5 hours if she doesn't have like a client afterwards. So yeah, you're not just limited to that. Next question is, hi Cindy, can you make a video on how to become more independent? I struggle with being too dependent on my partner, and while it's not hurting our relationship at the moment, I know I need to change. CBT really hasn't helped me and I feel stuck. Okay, well, I don't really feel that I'm qualified to make a video on that topic because I personally have not been in a relationship yet where I have been independent. I know that in my next one I will be, because I have worked so much on my self-esteem and self-worth. Sorry, my phone is going off. I think that is truly the key. You have to build up your own self-esteem and self-worth and know that you would be okay without the other person. I really feel that that's the key. But like I said, I don't feel super qualified to give advice in that area because I haven't experienced it yet. But I'm telling you, I know that my next relationship will be so much different because I don't feel that I need somebody else in my life anymore. I know that I am perfectly fine on my own. I love myself now. And if somebody wants to come or go out of my life, I'll be fine either way. And you have to really get to that point. I would recommend looking up self-concept work and doing work on your self-concept. That will help increase your self-esteem, your self-worth, make you feel like you are valuable without another person in your life. Okay, next question. Have you made any new friends or hung out with old friends since you've been single again and going out on the weekends? Yeah, I've hung out with B, but I also have made a couple of new friends that I have not obviously featured on the vlog. But I've met at least 2 people that I've hung out with, and I might be hanging out with somebody tonight. So that's super awesome. How often do you write in your journal? Is it a daily thing or just every other day? I got so many thoughts and emotions I write in mine, but I don't always write daily, so I'm just wondering. I write in my journal every single day unless I am traveling or like have something else going on in my life where I can't do my morning routine, but I try to write every single day. It's just become like something that I need to do. Like I have to do it, or I need to do it. Journaling is a very important part of my life and my own recovery process, so I try to do it every single day. And sometimes I will even journal multiple times a day if I feel I need to. If I'm having kind of a rough day, I will, sit down for an hour and journal, and then a couple hours later I'll do it again. Is your downtown area a fun place on weekends? We have a small but fun downtown in my area where there is a farmer's market on Saturdays that's super fun. Curious if you have that as well. Yeah, our downtown is super fun. It's a very touristy place because we have the hot springs down there, but there's lots of cool stuff to do. There's like the duck boats, the wax museum, there's all the historic buildings, we have the gangster museum, we have bars and restaurants, we have the national park. It is awesome down there. I love going down there to hang out. We don't have a farmer's market downtown, but we do have a farmer's market in town. The next question is, well, actually, I'm going to read the whole comment and the question. When I see you at your altar, it reminds me of the Craft movie Cindy quote, "Now is the time, this is the hour, ours is the magic, ours is the power." I freaking loved that movie when I was a teenager. Oh my God, I loved The Craft. That might have been my first introduction to witchcraft when I was like 12. Question, do you think that if a person is hurting themselves about skin picking, that it is too shameful to talk about? No, absolutely not. I don't think anything's too shameful to talk about. I think we should normalize these kinds of things so that people don't feel ashamed to get the help that they need. Hey Cindy, I know you love your nail polish, but have you thought about trying gel strips like Dashing Diva or Ohura? They come in solid colors and fun designs. I have never heard of this before, so I just had to look it up. And wow, those are pretty awesome. I would definitely try that. I actually have some press-on nails that Lodane gave me I still haven't tried out. But yeah, and these are like pretty inexpensive too. I'm just always afraid that like it's not gonna like fit on my nail properly and it's gonna look weird. I don't know. But I would definitely try it. Are you still thinking of trying to visit Salem, Mass? It's one of my favorite places and feels very much your vibe. Yes, I would love to. I want to go in the fall. I think it would be fantastic. I just want to go all up in New England in the fall. But I don't have any current plans to right now, but I definitely want to. Hey Cindy, I've got a suggestion for you. Have you ever thought about selling your homemade products, soap and shampoos, etc.? You could possibly one day open up your own little shop and start a business. I have considered that, and I think certain things would probably sell pretty well, like bar soaps and my lip gloss and I don't know, probably some of the lotions and stuff I could make. And I could probably come up with some pretty good stuff to make. But I'm not sure if that's really something I'm interested in doing. I definitely have considered it in the past, and maybe I'll consider it again in the future. But right now it's not really where my heart lies, you know? And then I think this is the last question here. Have you tried, I have no idea how to pronounce this word, so I'm gonna put it on the screen right here. And I looked it up and no, I had not tried it. It is a spicy spreadable pork sausage from the Calabria region of Italy. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But it looks fantastic. Yes, I would love a spicy spreadable pork sausage, but no, I have never tried it before. But now I want to try to get my hands on some, so thank you for the recommendation. If you have any questions you want me to answer in the next vlog, please leave them down in the comments down below. And also I want to give a special thank you to my channel members. Your support means so much to me, and I will have a new members only vlog out for you at the end of this week, maybe Sunday or Monday-ish. So if you want to have access to the members only vlogs, I'm doing one per week right now. You can click the link down below to become a member, and I also do weekly members only live streams. Anyway, thank you to everyone who watches my vlogs. I truly appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you with a new video very soon. Bye!